feel?
Unreal. Thanks a lot for everyone for coming out. It's crazy. The river's been full of people. It's overwhelming. It's just,
all for you, baby!
I don't have much to say. I don't know. I have all kinds to say. But it's pretty amazing. I got an awesome dog team down there. It's real proud of those 12 dogs down there.
How about the rest of that team? Your family, all these fans, your other mushers?
Yeah, I mean, I have the biggest support group of anyone, and I can guarantee that. You know, my friends and family and sponsors and my amazing handlers. This wouldn't be possible without all of you guys. Thanks for believing.
How about that basin?
He's an amazing dog, you know. He's big, and everyone thinks, you know, I don't know. He just defies the odds. He led every run except for one 25-mile run, and I put him in swing, and he was a little bit pissed that I put him back there, I think. So I put him right back up in lead, and he led the entire way. Just an amazing dog. All of these dogs. Sound too. Sound's been with me on the last 3 quests, and I don't know. Every one of my dogs they're just amazing.
Over here, bro!
Right, this is your 9th Yukon Quest, 1,000-mile quest. You did a 300 before that. Out of all the races, what about this one, besides being here now, makes this one stand out for you?
I mean, it's just a culmination of all the help I've had to get here. And the whole way coming in here, I was just trying to go through all the people and all the influences and all the support that I've had to get to this point right here, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to even think about all the people that helped me.
You're the champ!
So, yeah, it's just a culmination of all. This is for everybody. Everybody out there that's helped me throughout the years. This is for all of us. This is an amazing moment.
It's warm now. It was so cold at the start. How cold did it get out on the trail?
It was cold. I think it was 50 below at one point, you know, over by Scroggy Creek in that area, and you know, but we're dog mushers, and we were supposed to thrive in the cold, and we thrived in the cold. My team was amazing in the cold, and I would much rather have it be cold than like it is right now. Although it's kind of nice out here right now, because then all you guys get to come out here and not freeze. So that's cool. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a Yukon Quest, and it was the first full one in a while, which I'm extremely happy about. We got to go over American Summit, which we hadn't in a couple of years, and that makes me real happy that I got to the first one. The first one I got to win. I got to do it with the full race.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how was that ice on the Yukon River?
The ice was fun. The jumbo ice. I mean, we have to give it up to all of our trail breakers, Mike Wrights on this side, and all the Canadian Rangers on the other side. Those guys, this race wouldn't be possible without those guys. The trail they put in this year through that jumble. I mean, that was a wild ride, but it was completely doable, and it would never have been able to be doable without those guys' hard work. So I thank those guys a lot.
So those checkpoints and communities along the way, did you gain weight or lose weight on this trip?
As always, I'm sure I gained weight. I eat like a horse out here, and but yeah, I mean, the hospitality along the trail is second to none. Everyone's out there with all, you know, open arms and wanting to help in any way they can, and so that's what makes Yukon Quest so special.
Okay, turn around.
Anything else you want to say to everybody? Up there too.
It's crazy. This is overwhelming. I can't thank you guys enough for coming out. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, anybody, any other questions?
Yeah, can you talk about what happened out there on the trail?
Oh, what
happened out there?
What happened out there on the trail? Well, a plan came together. When I left Two Rivers, I was pretty sure that I had a little bit faster dog team than Alan's. I mean, Alan has an amazing dog team, but the last couple of runs I had a little bit faster times, and so my plan was to you know, use the first few miles there to catch up, and then right at that spot, right before the road crossing, when I knew there was gonna be lots of people, and then going into Two Rivers, my dogs always get amped up when there's people around, and I figured if I could pass him right before then, use all that motivation from all the people and stuff, and surge ahead, and then he's got to go by home there, which, you know, they have, like I say, they have an amazing dog team, but everyone's going to hesitate a little bit when they go by home. So I figured if I could get ahead of him before he started to hesitate, that would maybe take a little bit of wind out of their sails. And I like the dogs. It was just amazing. They, you know, I called them up and we flew all the way through Two Rivers, and I had to make sure I toned it back a little bit because I realized we had like 50 miles to go still. So. But yeah, I mean, that was my plan, and it worked perfectly. I was very, very happy about it.
Did you guys say anything?
What's that?
To each other.
Did we before we left?
No, when you passed Alan.
Oh, this is fun, isn't it? I told him as, and we both smiled, and I went on by, and he stuck with me for a little ways, and then I was gone.
How were you feeling at 101 last night when you realized he was getting ahead of you?
At 101 last night, you know, I was sticking to a plan, and I've learned a lot over the 9 years that I've run this race, and one of them is patience. My dogs have taught me a lot of patience, and I'm definitely notorious for getting a little over anxious out there on the trail and doing some things to get me in trouble, and I was bound and determined to rest my rest there in 101, and whether it left me behind him or not, I really figured the rest there was going to give me the speed I needed, and I made up 35 minutes or 30 minutes on him last night on that run, and I came in 2 minutes behind him into Two Rivers. So again, the plan came together.
You're one of few mushers that have survived the Dawson Gold curse.
Well, it took 2 times, but yeah, I get to. I don't have to give the gold to Alan this year. That's kind of nice. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I'm you know, I was excited to get to Dawson first, but you know, I said all along the way this was the goal right here, to get to Fairbanks first, and we accomplished that, and the gold is bonus.
Being that you do call the interior home, does it give you a little bit more satisfaction winning your first quest, finishing here in the Banks?
Definitely. Yeah, I'm so excited to finish here and have all of you guys out here. This is just overwhelming. It's awesome. It's definitely something special.
What lessons have you learned about extended napping?
It works. Fall asleep on the trail for 10 hours and then you can come in first. You know, yeah, I mean, it worked out. It worked out. If I wouldn't have had like a 9-hour lead at the time, it wouldn't have worked out so well. But and this last run wouldn't have been nearly as exciting. So I stuck with the wild and free and Brent Sass way of making things very interesting. And it was a fight to the finish. And I congratulate all my competitors out there. And Alan will be in here before long, I'm sure. And then all the people out on the trail, you know, I hope to see them all come in here soon.
What were you saying to your leaders there, and how many of these dogs will run the next 1,000-mile race?
Every one of this team, all 12 of these guys will be going out in a couple of weeks on the Iditarod Trail. Yeah! And Basin and Sound up there. I mean, I don't have enough words to explain how proud I am of them. You know, it's just it's a combination of a lot of hard work and training and a lot of heart and soul.
Bro, what do you think the future holds for you and your team now?
What the future holds? It's bright. This team is young. I mean, they're 3 to 5 years old in that team right there, and there's even a 2-year-old in there. And yeah, the future's real bright. I got 25 puppies at home right now that are all 7, 8 months old that my handlers are training up. So the future is very bright for Wild and Free. Thanks a lot. Oh yeah, you guys want some booties? There you go. Oh!